Welcome to Brewin Business with Alex Littlejohn
and Derek Brewin, where we brew coffee and then we brew ideas.
You gotta start doing the...
Yeah, I know. I pointed this way this time. I didn't do it right at him. It was less direct.
I see.
Yeah.
You gotta be like Obama.
Yeah.
We are the people.
Wow, that was a really good Obama.
We are the people.
That is a really good Obama.
Is that what he does? Is that what he says?
No.
Okay. So, Derek, what are we talking about today?
Today, we are talking...
That's not what he does either.
I know.
It was even worse
It was
than
bad.
mine.
Okay. I was just trying something out. So today we're going to be talking about how to make money online.
Yeah.
Like all the different ways, because I don't know if people
Even realize you can make this much money online.
well, it's not even like this much, because we're not making hundreds of thousands of dollars, so we can't say like. But there's a lot of potential, and
There's a lot of ways to make money,
and we just don't think people know exactly that you can make money with your passion now. It's not like it was 20, 30 years ago where your passion wasn't practical.
Yeah, you needed a lot of capital to even
right?
start to kind of progress towards reaching that kind of goal or towards that passion. Plus, back in the day, it was just all about you go to school. Once you have like kind of that education, then you get a job. And nowadays, it's like even if you have that education, you're not guaranteed the job.
No.
So there's a lot of ways online to kind of...
But we're just going to talk about the different ways that money can be made, doing something that you're really passionate about, and just kind of open your eyes. And then we're going to go on to a related topic of making, having your living be something you're passionate about, or something that's going to make you more money, and which is more important. Which one should you worry about more?
What you love, or
like what you really love to do every day, or what will make you a few extra bucks so that you can spend more time doing, or not more time doing, but like spend money on things that you'd enjoy more.
Yeah, so right? you kind of take the bullet.
Sacrifice time for money as opposed to your time being your currency.
Yeah.
Oh, that was powerful.
That was good.
That was good.
It's better. It was a little rough explanation getting there, but it's okay.
Yeah.
You got there.
It's all about the ending.
Okay, so making money online. So, of course, if you've been listening to some of our podcasts, you know that you can kind of utilize online to kind of build a business. So for us, our whole business is online, where we essentially just utilize
advertising,
social media platforms to advertise for business owners. A lot of people who are a little older than us don't really understand how to quite use Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, or all these platforms
for their benefit, right?
Yeah.
Like they know, I can post a picture and it'll show up on our timeline, and that's what you mean, and then boost it, right?
Yep. Or they just post on Instagram. They don't really understand the little nitpicky details you need to utilize on each platform to kind of get the best results with them, or even what content to make. So a lot of them just try to post sales all the time. Oh, here's my discounted deal. When in reality, social media is more about connecting and building relationships with people than it is about actually trying to get people to buy your stuff. And indirectly, when you're providing value on these channels, you're going to get people who want to buy from you. So
there's doing that, where you can advertise for people who simply don't know how, and because we're younger, we grew up on the software, they're almost more inclined to trust us with taking care of that, because we're on it all day, right? So we know it, we understand it better than they did, because they didn't grow up with it, right? So, because I've actually been asked, like, oh, people actually like pay you, they trust you to do that? It's like, actually, they're a little bit excited because they know that I grew up with it.
Yeah, and they know we know our stuff.
Yeah.
And if you sat down and talked to anybody in our age, maybe not anybody in our age, but there's a lot of older people who are not tech savvy at all. They'll say, I don't know how to do it. I don't even know how to post.
But the problem is people sometimes say, oh, my nephew does it because he grew up on it, right? But that doesn't mean that they know how to market and create offers and stuff like that.
No, that's the problem.
So that's one of them.
Yeah. And then kind of...
What do you mean?
Kind of similar, where I mean, like, where we're saying you're kind of selling our service online to help business owners. Instead of doing that, you actually can sell people's services online, which is just affiliate marketing, or sell people's products. So if
you don't have to create anything, which is the beauty of it.
Yeah, you just really if you know how to market, you can actually just market people's products on your social media channels. There's a lot of different ways to market online. There's banner ads, mobile ads.
But you can do just regular advertising, like if an affiliate product. So say you're over the moon with basketball. You love everything to do basketball. You can find products online that you like and build a following and advertise these products that you love and you're like an advocate for to other people because you know they're going to enjoy it as well. And then you just basically get a cut. It's basically commission.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can do affiliate marketing. There's networks in terms where you kind of have a network manager for that affiliate product.
I think that might be getting a little bit too deep.
Yeah, but I'm just going to give it's kind of just a brief overview where you essentially find a network, just as an example, ClickBanks, where you can go on ClickBanks and there's all these products that you can advertise for. You find whatever category you want to be within, and then you can kind of go from there. And it's kind of guided for you, but it's an interesting way to make money online.
Yeah, and it's completely up to you. You get to choose whatever product, and you don't have to create anything. You literally just bring people to it, and if they buy it, you get a cut.
Yep, and the downside is you're the one spending money on the advertising for it. So if you're not actually converting anybody, you can lose money trying to do that.
Well, you can lose money doing anything, right?
Yeah, exactly. The first thing we tried to do, trying to make money online, was drop shipping. So this is kind of another kind of area where people are making a lot of money online, and that's just building out e-commerce stores. And essentially drop shipping is where you don't have a product, you don't make the product, you're just kind of the middleman.
You're Walmart.
You're Walmart.
You're your own Walmart.
You take people's products, you put it on your store, you advertise your store, and you get people to buy it, and then you take a cut.
It's a triangle. So drop shipping is, there's you
at the top for people on the podcast.
There's you at the top. Yep. Yeah, sorry, podcast. So a triangle, you know what a triangle looks like. So you're at the top, your distributor is on the bottom left, and the consumer is on the bottom right. So what happens is the consumer buys from you, you buy from the distributor, and the distributor sends it to the consumer.
Yep.
So you don't have any inventory, you don't have anything like that. All you do is collect the profit. So if they pay you $15 for the pair of socks you have in your store, you buy from the distributor the socks, which are $5. They send it to that consumer. Consumer's happy.
Actually, I like socks now. Never mind. Continue.
Socks are amazing. And you pocket the $10, right? And then that's where you can fuel it with more advertising dollars. And that's basically the drop shipping kind of
the whole scheme.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say scheme because that's gonna
schema.
No, I just mean it's a red flag. Like, it's a scheme. It's a scam.
Yeah.
That's the whole
that's the
process.
Outline. Yeah,
it's the outline. That's basically how dropshipping works, and that's why it can be so profitable. And that's why when we first stumbled upon it, we were like, wow, we really see that as a viable way of making money, and we started in it. But then we tried doing it in the States, and there was complications with creating a company that way, finding distributors. And then it is a timely process, but
to do it in the States, I mean, we could have done it in Canada, and it wouldn't have been such a headache. But I mean, if we had followed through with the dropship store in the States, I figured out just recently on a weekend. This weekend, I learned a bunch of financial stuff. And we would have actually been paying 75% taxes just because we set up our company in an incorrect way, where we would have been taxed in the States and in Canada. And
so everything
it worked out for the better.
Everything worked out for the better, right?
Yeah. So I just want to mention, so with affiliate marketing, drop shipping, and a lot of these things online, one of the reasons we got into marketing is because we noticed that in most of these categories, you need marketing. In anything in business, you need marketing. And to be able to do it effectively is going to benefit you no matter what kind of
route you go.
Yeah,
exactly.
So when we saw the opportunity to kind of start our own marketing agency, we kind of took advantage of that, and that's kind of why we shifted from drop shipping over to doing our own kind of online marketing. So
marketing is a skill that if you're good at it and you know how to make it profitable, you're never going to be out of work.
Nope.
Because you're always going to need marketability for whatever product you're doing. And if you have a great idea, but you have no idea how to sell it, it doesn't matter. McDonald's does not make a good product. They market well, and they've expanded well, and they have a good brand. That's it. Like, you don't go to McDonald's because you're like, man, that junior chicken.
I mean, I love their junior chickens.
I feel like $1 million after eating those junior chickens.
Yeah.
No, I feel like $1.50.
But you don't feel like $1 million after eating any kind of junk food.
Well, I mean, if you go to the Keg, and you have a nice
that's
steak,
not junk
like a
food.
burger.
That's like amazing.
But I'm just saying,
high
like,
quality.
it's a restaurant,
Yeah.
and I mean, McDonald's is maybe they're two completely
They're
different
kind of
examples.
different.
But if you go to a burger place, like an authentic burger place where you pay like $20 for a burger, it doesn't sit in your stomach and you're like, ugh, I'm done. Like when you have McDonald's food, you feel like crap.
Yeah, well, if you watch that video where they put the burger in the freaking sealed thing and they watch it over 30 days, it doesn't change. There's clearly something wrong.
If
with
mold
that
doesn't
burger.
want to eat it, and we do, there's something.
Just imagine
wrong
what
there.
happens in your gut. Yeah. Anyways, let's shift from there. So some other things. People don't realize that, like Twitch has become such
Some people probably still don't even know what Twitch is because it's a native gaming platform.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming more mainstream with other like business. It's becoming essentially a new YouTube.
Yeah,
it's kind of
honestly,
where it's coming
just I would think it's probably better than YouTube because there's like community built around it. When you're actually streaming on Twitch, you have people that are engaging. There's so many things you can do with Twitch nowadays.
Well, YouTube has streaming and whatnot, and people engage on the live.
Yeah,
videos.
but it's not as good, I would say. If you look at
Twitch is much more niche, right? Like it's for gamers. Gamers are very vocal.
You look at the big influencers on YouTube, like Soda Poppin', these guys who have millions, like I think he has 60 million subscribers. They're all shifting over to Twitch now because YouTube isn't supporting their streamers.
No,
their
they cut
big
off
influencers.
a lot of money. YouTube, yeah.
They're not supporting them as well, and that's why I think Twitch people are kind of shifting over to Twitch because they support them. There's a bigger community for them and whatnot. So I mean,
but essentially, how you make money with Twitch, I'm sure. Well, I'm not sure all of you, but Fortnite is huge right now, and there's a guy named Ninja, and he's making money hand over fist just by playing and streaming on Twitch.
Yep.
So essentially, what the Twitch platform does is it allows you to stream your screen. You can do whatever you want. You can play a game, or you can watch other people playing and do commentary. Everything that you can do on YouTube, you can basically do on Twitch. But people subscribe to Twitch on your channel specifically, and they can pay.
Yeah, they can support you. They can donate to you. They can buy your products, and that's like you can kind of combine that. If you have a Twitch account and you have people following you, you'll see all the big Twitch guys have products that are below that you can buy. You can buy their chairs, their gaming mouses,
what they use specifically.
What they use, and then it's funny because then you have these huge gaming people from TSM, Cloud9, all these places that come in.
What are those?
And subscribe, and not subscribe. Pay them to wear their merchandise.
Essentially, the Toronto Maple Leafs of gaming is what those teams are.
Yeah, those are
like the big.
I guess you gotta explain.
Yeah,
that.
like
they're the big gaming companies.
They're the big teams. Yeah. So like Penguins, Leafs, Boston. Exactly. That's essentially what they are to gaming.
Yeah.
And so moving on to YouTube, it's essentially the same thing. It's about just recording your passion, getting subscribers, and then having some sort of offer once you have enough subscribers watching you to make a bit of money. Yeah.
It's just about putting out content. Like people think it's this rocket science, but if you truly love something and you put your heart and soul into it and you make videos on it, people are going to see that passion and they're going to come to you. And if you're good at what you do, let's say you, for me, I like magic. I like doing magic tricks. So if people see that I like magic and I'm good at it, people are going to come watch me on my channel if they want to see some stuff on magic, right?
Yeah, but the variable is you have to be good.
Exactly.
That's the problem, right?
Good or entertaining, right?
Well, that is good.
People. Yeah.
Right? Like it does like so it's subjective too. But yeah, you have to be doing some good stuff. Pretty is good. Yeah. Like as long as the content is good, right? Like if somebody's getting something out of it, like wow, good looking, or wow, funny, or wow, valuable.
Entertaining,
right? Entertaining, stuff like that. So right now I think we should segment into, because we were talking about so much related to passion within making money online, making money with your passion versus making money in a practical way that's going to make you a little bit more.
Yeah.
So why don't you...
So I want to... Okay, I'm going to ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
So if I give you two scenarios, if I gave you can make $500,000, have to work a 9 to 6 every day, be slightly unhappy with your job, don't really love everybody around you, but you're making a lot of money.
You said $500,000. What's the time frame?
500,000. That's in a year.
Jeez.
Yeah. So you have to drive to work. Some days there's traffic, some days there's not. Or the alternative, you make 100,000, you love what you're doing, you work when you want, where you want. What do you choose? Okay, wait. Let me make it different.
Let
me make it different. Like, say you're making $1 million instead in the first scenario.
Right.
You're making $1 million, but you have to travel, so it's a lot of money per year. Mm-hmm. Versus 100,000, but you can do it when you want, where you want, and you're your own boss, and you don't have to listen to anybody.
100,000.
100,000. Now why? Because a lot of people would choose the $1 million.
Yeah, absolutely, and I probably would have a year ago, to be quite honest. But
so what was the shift?
Kind of the revelation that I've had is, this is going to sound so corny and cheesy, but
say it.
Happiness is the only currency that really matters.
Yeah, there's
right.
Money does not buy happiness.
You can have $1 million in your bank account when you're sad, and it's not going to make you happy. You might be able to buy some stuff, but you can't get that emotional charge. For myself, buying stuff doesn't make me happy. Like, I don't get like that. Like, I actually, like, it hurts me to buy stuff. So
I know
buying stuff doesn't give me that dopamine, right? Yeah. So some people it does. Right, but it can only do that for so long. You need the emotional connection with other people.
Does buying other people's stuff give you the dopamine release, or no? It's just money coming out of your account. It's just money. I
haven't done that enough yet. Yeah, okay. Right, when I start doing charity stuff, we'll see how that feels. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel that I need a whole bunch of money. I'd like to make $1 million, but if I'm miserable doing it, it's not worth it. If I'm making $100,000, because again, I don't feel I need a whole lot of money to. I need bare minimum to be happy. Like, I don't need a bunch of material things. So $100,000 is plenty for me.
And here's what I would kind of want to say, because a lot of people don't realize how achievable it is. So let's say you do have a passion and you want to kind of chase that passion, especially if you're younger, when you don't have that baggage, when you don't have that family, when you don't have that your wife, you're in your 20s or younger, you have so much time still. Like, Gary Vee always preaches this, where he says, in 10 years, if you do nothing, you're still young.
When you're 20.
When you're 20, yeah.
So meaning you could wake up at 30, still young.
Still young.
Basically what he says.
Is what he's saying. And what I kind of want to say is, let me put a scenario here. If you get 1,000 people that like you enough to give you $10 a month, you're set.
It's $10,000 a month.
That's $10,000 a month. You only have 1,000 people. There's millions, billions of people in the world. You get 1,000 people to want to pay you $10 a month because they like watching whatever you love to do or whatnot.
The internet just opens everything up.
Now you're making money.
There's so much opportunity. It's mind-blowing.
Yeah. If you're educated on something 10% more than other people, and they want to learn that extra 10%, you can make money off of that. And all you need is 1,000 people paying you $10 a month. That's it.
In the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king.
Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta think about that one.
Right?
But I get it.
Okay, but I want to ask you more of a realistic opportunity. So yours was kind of best case scenario. $1 million, but unhappy. $100,000 doing what you love. I'm going to give you more of a realistic scenario. So
40,000.
I would say you're making 20,000. You like what you're doing, but it's putting stress on your relationship because money is a complication.
Yep.
Right? Like,
yeah,
you need money to support yourself, for your shelter, your like for your basic needs. You do need money. $20,000 is pretty limiting.
Yeah.
Right? Or you make $60,000 doing something you absolutely hate, but you're able to provide for your family. You don't necessarily have to worry about where your money is coming from or coming.
So is this the point where I have the baggage and I have the family?
So you have the family, yeah, right now.
Honestly, it would come down to my wife, to be honest. Because if I was trying to make the 20K and she was struggling too, and we needed that 60K, well, what I would do then is I would do the 60K job to make sure I'm meeting that, but I would hustle on the side to make sure that I could still progress towards my passion, right, later on. Because if you're in a state of like you don't have the finances to do that, if you have the baggage, you have the family, then you need to take care of them. And I can't just like practice magic tricks and make $20,000 a year. That's not going to cover it, and my wife's not making enough to be able to afford me to be able to do that. Then yes, I would take the 60K and hustle on the side to still progress towards that passion, so that hopefully one day I don't have to do that 60K job anymore. If my wife was fully supportive and she was making a lot of money, and
but
she
that's
was
not
okay.
That's not the
Yeah,
situation.
okay.
It's where like you're the breadwinner. Like you need to provide for your family.
Then absolutely, I'd go
Right?
with the 60K, and that's kind of reality of a lot of people now.
Exactly.
A lot of parents are like that. They are making this money. The big difference, I would say, is they don't try to progress towards their passion or their dreams, and a lot of them forget about what it even means to have a dream, because it's just like, this is the reality of the situation. This is how it is. I'm gonna keep chasing this 40K and
not even chasing. I'm comfortable.
I'm comfortable. I'm not gonna get out of my comfort zone. I'm just gonna keep doing it, even though they're probably not comfortable. It's like paying it's paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, and I just wanted to bring up that scenario because, like,
reality.
It's reality, but it's also like, I didn't want to sound like, oh, money doesn't matter, like from the first situation, because it certainly does.
Absolutely.
Like, you do need a certain amount of money to make you happy, in the sense where you're not stressing all the time.
Yeah.
Because stress over money is a very real thing, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we just wanted to make that point where, yes, doing what you're passionate about is extremely viable now, and you can do it. However, it doesn't necessarily mean you can go all gung-ho when you have other responsibilities and priorities.
But you should still try to always progress towards your passion on the side.
'Cause ultimately, that's where you're going to be happy.
Yeah, exactly.
The happiest.
You can't be... Here's my thought, just to kind of close up here. If you're unhappy doing whatever work it is, you're going to take that out on everybody else around you, which isn't going to benefit them either. Like, you might not even mean to, but if you have to go to work and deal with these negative, awful people, it's going to rub off on you. It's going to affect you indirectly, which is then going to affect your family, your loved one. And it's going to put a lot of stress on your family as well as on your kids and whatnot. So anyways, that kind of closes it up about just giving you some ways on how to make money online. There's a whole bunch
so
more.
Many. It's just about opening your eyes to it and being cognizant of it, and actually giving it a chance.
Yeah.
So many people think like, oh, I can't, it's not real. And I mean, even today, when so many people are doing it, people I talk to, they just don't see it as a viable option. Like, oh, I can't do that.
You got to believe you can do it.
Right?
So,
and then we want to talk about that, and then doing what you love versus passion, realistic, and then kind of best case scenario situation.
absolutely.
And so, yeah, to summarize all that, happiness
Is
the only currency that matters. Aww. So I want to leave you with that.
Wow.
Touch the heart a bit. Yeah.
Aww.
And, okay, so we're going to go into our need, wants, and likes before we close out entirely.
Needs, edit all the vids.
Edit all the vids. Send out the vids first from the replies.
Yep.
Those need to go out ASAP.
Yep.
Follow-up emails, again, saying, hey, did you get the vid from the first batch?
Yep. I'm going to follow up with my trials because they haven't answered and they're too busy.
Didn't you have a call today? Wednesday?
No,
Didn't he put it off till Wednesday?
He
Today
said,
Wednesday?
Today is Wednesday.
Yeah, okay.
He said to, I'll message you tomorrow or Wednesday. The other guy said, I will message you when I have time. So, I mean,
yeah,
gym owners are busy.
Very busy. So the emails, always.
I already have it.
Oh, did you?
Follow-up emails.
Oh, no, but like the 100.
Oh, 100 contacts. Yeah.
Email 100 plus Leonard.
Leonard.
I already did Leonard. And then that's for need. I don't think we need to go any further than that.
No, want.
I'm going to find more. So I got like 7 more yesterday. So I'm going to continue to find more yoga studios to reach out to, because we love yoga. Yoga is such a great thing for the mind, body, and soul.
Breathe. That's what they do. I don't know. I've never done yoga.
Never
I would
done
like
yoga?
to try yoga.
Hot yoga? Forget about it.
If I want to lose some weight, go to do some hot yoga.
You literally feel like you came out of a pool.
That's cool.
It's actually quite gross. I was a little bit disgusted with myself.
I just don't wear gray, I guess. Right?
It doesn't matter. You could wear any color to be darker as soon as you came out. That's how wet it is.
Gross.
Yeah, it's quite. So what else do we want to get done?
I'm going to say I have that content video I made yesterday. I'm going to edit that and send it to my LinkedIn crew.
Okay, edit content.
And then I think that should be good.
No, I'm going to post mine. I didn't post my LinkedIn vid yesterday.
Okie dokie. And then for likes, we always get stuck on likes. I don't know what I would like to do.
Likes.
I'd like to do a lot of things.
Likes. What would we like to do today? What would be the cherry on top of our cake of life?
Cake of life.
Okay.
Likes. This is just the hardest part.
It is. I don't know why it's so difficult to find out what we would like to get done as well.
Because I feel like what I would like to get done is everything I've already said. I mean, I would like to build out a whole webinar and post that. That would be cool.
I know, but that's not,
you know,
like,
that would be a cherry.
we got 24 hours. So I would say make more, like record more for you.
All right.
Like after editing, like record more.
Okay.
Right?
Get the last, I guess you're finding more studios.
I'm finding a bunch more, right? So record.
Yesterday's recording took forever.
Yeah.
I couldn't say
Evolucio.
Evolucio.
Yeah, see,
I still can't even say it. Evolucio Thai. Couldn't say that. It's the worst.
It was actually
Took
really
me
funny.
22 minutes to do one person.
Okay.
One person.
I think that is good for our need, wants, and likes.
Yeah, I think it's everything today.
If we get done more, we can continue working. Whatever we find needs to be done.
Yeah.
So
Hope you gained some value today from
Yeah.
how to make money online and just
we're
doing
interested overall, and
Yeah.
want to thank you for joining us
Yeah.
on your morning essentials. Good coffee and a good brainstorm.
Guys, have a great day. Cheers.